Hello everyone and welcome to my freak show. I am Mary Girl Moody and this is my channel. Now guys, I do go live when major AHS news is broken, so subscribe if you want and like the video if you enjoy it. This theory is dedicated to Jordan Hanlon, whose comment about the AntiChrist baby inspired this theory video. Thank you dearly, Jordan. And this isn't my only theory about season 12, so make sure you return for more theory videos. Now, based on the season title Delicate, the synopsis of the novel, Delicate Condition, and Jordan's comment, mixed along with the show's propensity for featuring Murder House, the Antichrist, and witches, like in almost every single season, here's what I think season 12 is going to be about. Delicate normally refers to a woman that's pregnant, a woman in a delicate condition. So I feel the season is going to surround someone like Anna Alcott from the book, and I think that will be Emma Roberts. Emma will play a successful career woman, and her husband, who I will call John for just namesake, will work from home. Now, John isn't as successful as his wife. He yearns for the admiration and attention that Emma gets from being so great at her job. The couple really want a baby very much. However, Emma is concerned about having a child and taking the risk of losing her career that she's worked so hard for to an opportunistic coworker. Unfortunately, the lack of a baby strains their marriage, forcing John and Emma emotionally apart. And in this theory, Kim Kardashian plays Emma's best friend, and we'll call her Kim for the sake of name continuity. And Kim persuades Emma to let go of her career insecurities and have a child with John. She insinuates that Emma might actually find happiness as a mother instead of as a working woman. After all, Kim did the same thing and she's perfectly happy. Now, inspired by this, Emma goes home and goes back to John to apologize. And that night, they try to make a baby. 2 months pass and Emma is pregnant. Everyone is so happy for them. As the pregnancy continues, dark forces invade Emma and John's home. It starts simple with window and doors opening and closing by themselves, faucets turning on, shadows stalk the darkest part of the house, and Emma hears footsteps when no one else is home. Emma becomes unnerved and seeks solace at work instead of home. John is no longer at home either, often spending much of his time with a dad support group. And this prompts Kim to suggest her own mother support group. And in the group are 7 women, including Kim, whose husbands are the men in the support group along with John. Emma finds comfort in the mother group. All 7 women are very comforting. And Kim takes Emma under her wing when it comes to her pregnancy, referring her to the doctor that they all use and the medication that they all take. Ultimately, the women and Kim controlling every part of Emma's pregnancy. Now, John and the husband step back and let the women who've had children already guide Emma through her pregnancy. Though soon the helpful information starts turning sinister. They tell Emma to take vitamins that make her sick and tired. They tell her that her instincts are all wrong, and they constantly criticize any suspicion that she voices, with the explanation that she's a first-time mom and she's in a delicate condition. Emma accepts their answers. After all, who knows better than mothers, right? Now, by episode 3, Emma is starting to become unhinged at the mysterious happenings at her home, but this is where Kim's backstory comes in. She was not able to have children once until she met Dr. Doe, who introduced her to the women's support group. And this is where we find out that the women's support group is not exactly a support group. They are a coven of witches that support Satan. Yes, I said it. All of the 7 women signed a pact with the devil to have a child under the condition that the devil wants a child too. And it's Kim that suggests Emma be his vessel. Now we get a flashback to the night that Kim suggested to Emma to try to have a baby with John. And the witches used their magic to conjure the devil in Emma's house, making him appear as John to Emma. And it is revealed that Emma is not pregnant with John's baby, but the devil's baby. Kim, now starting to feel regret on her part, telling the coven they should calm down their efforts because they're starting to go too far. She even mentions no one knows what will happen if they don't fulfill Satan's request. But the coven disagrees with her logic and kills Kim, because you don't leave this coven except in a body bag, baby. Around mid-season, when the baby moves, it's not a typical movement. It's painful and sharp enough to drive Emma to call Kim for help, but she can't seem to locate her bestie. So she goes and sees Dr. Doe, who assures her everything is fine. But darkness takes hold of Emma's life when she becomes too sick to work and must stay at home in bed. No longer eating and in constant pain from the pregnancy, Emma remains at home where the demons mess with her mind, while John basks in the limelight with the husbands. Now, when he is home, though, she tries to tell him that something is wrong with the baby and the house. But the coven have already convinced John that everything is normal and to trust them. And instead of listening to his wife, he trusts the advice given by the women. Emma spends the rest of the middle episodes trying to track down her bestie, and this sends her down the whole witch rabbit hole. And in an old book in a bookstore, Emma sees a picture of witches taken over 200 years ago, and she recognizes one of the women is from her support group. Uh-oh! Emma suddenly realizes her support group is a coven of Satan's witches, and Kim's body is found and reported on the news. And when Emma sees it, she puts it together that the coven has killed her bestie. She spends the final episodes trying to convince John that the women are witches for Satan, and he finally believes her because he has joined the coven too. He thinks it's so great that his wife is so important to the coven and the devil. He has been loving all the attention from the men and the women, like he's the one who's been carrying the spawn of Satan. And while John goes mad and gaga over Satan, the coven sneaks into the house and takes Emma's phone and car keys. She tries to flee them on foot, but the pain in her stomach is just way too great, and she doesn't get far before the coven catches her. The finale shows Emma giving birth to the spawn of Satan, and after it's born, she finds the baby alone and takes the opportunity to end the future of Satan's spawn. However, when she looks at the baby, she can't do it. Instead, she takes it and puts it into the lake near her house. Violently angry over what she did to the baby, the coven tries to kill Emma. But unfortunately, the coven did not fulfill Satan's request. And before they can kill Emma, Satan appears and takes back the children the coven has birthed. The finale ends with all of the women weeping and mentally broken over their taken children, treated delicately by their husbands. And that ends my theory. So I do think the storyline of Emma carrying the spawn of Satan is probable. After all, we did see somewhat the same storyline in Murder House with Vivian and the twins. Season 9 focused solely on the AntiChrist, and we've seen witches for how many seasons now? Right. What do you think of this theory? And what are your theories regarding the story behind Season 12? Let me know in the comments, and the highest liked ones will be featured in a best fan theory video. As usual, guys, I will also pick my personal favorite theories and feature them in a separate best fan theory video. Now, speaking of theories, I do have a lot of them, so check them out in a handy little playlist that I have made for you. It'll be featured right now at the end of the video. Thank you dearly all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like it. See you in the next theory video, and beware of our girl, Sexy Scathach.
Beware of Sexy Scathach.